Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Farming Simulator 15 Mod Contest Map Spotlight. I know voting is closed and has been for a while now, but there's still maps to do. And this is Mossy Oak Grange, which Mossy Oak Grange, or Mossy Oak Farm as I believe it shows up in the thing. The map picky choosy screen. Gonna just pause it here so that you can see this. You arrive in May and crops will soon be ready to harvest it. There are only two sell points on the map, the brewery and the farm shop. There is a forest, but you can only sell wood chips. It's very flat, but there's a lot to do. You have cows, sheep, chicken, pigs and beef to look after. Water mod is also installed. And yeah, I don't have a pickup and I'm not going to get one because there's a reason for that, and I'll get to that in a moment. Instead of a pickup over here, I'm going to use one of the starter vehicles. One that I haven't really used at all, the Hurleyman. And somebody's just messaged me on Steam. Well done, you. How do I set myself as offline? I'm not going to. I'm going to ignore it. So I haven't actually used this Hurleyman at all. And we're going to start off here where we have... I'm going to get to whatever the hell that is floating in the sky because I really want to know. We have pigs here. And over there you have the cows. Or the beef. Really want to know what that floaty thing is. As you can see, the weird bug that I had that was breaking all of the shadows is fixed. I don't know what caused it, but it's annoying. All of the animals are pretty much here. You got sheep. The cows are somewhere over here, I think. If not, back over there somewhere. Chickens are definitely over here. And you can begin to see why I decided to use the Hurleyman. Here's the chickens. You can feed them, give them water. The cows are literally somewhere. I have no idea. There's... Oh, they're not actually at that farmyard. Yeah, this is why I'm using the Hurleyman. The map is tiny, and to be quite honest, that's a lot of cut corners. I forgot to turn off realistic roll script. Wonderful. I'll get to the starter vehicles in a bit. So over here you have the brewery, I believe. Yes, Mossy Oak Grange, opening times Monday to Friday, 6 to 11, Saturday 5 to 1. 5 to 1? Yep. This is the brewery. Why would a... You're either a pub or you're a brewery. You can't be... Well, you can be both, I guess. Oh dear, I think I've just realised what's over there. I'll get to that in a moment. May have to... Dude, may have to do some cheating and remember what the controls for the cheat I'm going to use are. So here at the brewery you can sell... Ooh, something went weird. You can sell wheat, barley, canola, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, potatoes and sugar. So many cut corners. There is apparently a biomass heating plant somewhere at the farm shop. So let's head down there. And it does look like we're gonna head a bit closer to the floaty things, which are where? Yeah, we are gonna head almost directly for them. I think this is the way down to the farm shop. I'm not sure. I don't think there's BGA on this map. Oh god, it is what I thought. I don't think there's BGA on this map because it's such a small map you wouldn't really need one. It's very grass heavy, so if you want crops you'll have to start ploughing. So here's... Oh dear. Here's the shop, the farm shop, and the biomass heating plant, which has no texture. Yeah. Another corner cut on this map, which already, from the sheer size of it, or lack thereof, is a corner, just so many corners cut in itself. This has no texture, which means that the map maker just never bothered to put the texture in. that's just that's inexcusable in my opinion. That works for once. Well, for once it usually works, but sometimes you can't be sure. FS13 shop with the T9 shoehorned in because it's been ripped from Westbridge Hills. I want to have a look at this because this thing I have heard causes a lot of frame rate issues, and I'm not getting any at the moment. Does this have collisions? It does, and yeah. Some of these Crampa models that you can put into maps have some frame rate issues. I'm getting none at the moment, but it's a tiny map, so. And I've got like a stupidly powerful PC for Farm Sim, so I really don't know if that's going to cause problems. So let's head over and look at the cows, which is where all the problems lie. I'm just going to cut through the hedges, which of course have no collisions, because why would they? And yes, it is over here the problems lie. I can see it already. So over here you have the cows with the feeding troughs. The manure is in the field for some reason, and there is a ramp which I've managed to get stuck on, which it doesn't matter at this point. This is sticking up through the ground for no reason whatsoever. In fact, I can see the reason. He's made the ground uneven, which is a silly thing to do when you're putting a fill plane underneath. This fill plane seems to be too high because there's apparently straw in with the cows already. Oh, good lord. Whoa! Okay. Yeah, something is horribly wrong here. This map is bugged to hell. I know what I'm looking for, I'm just trying to find it. Toggle flight in no HUD mode. And now we exit that. Exit that. I think it's... Oh, how do I do this? Nope. There is a way to fly. I do remember this much. There we go. Up we go. Not using any mods for this. This is a default game thing that you can... If you turn on debug controls, you can actually get this to happen. So why am I deciding to fly up? Number one, it lets me have a good look at the map, which is almost entirely flat, with the exception of the river there and the pond. That's okay. Everything's disappearing now because I'm getting up quite high up in the sky. Where is the thing that I'm looking for? Ah! So over here we have the slurry tank for the map. Not even kidding. And oh dear. Oh dear. So if you want slurry on this map, apparently you're gonna need a hover tractor, because this is the slurry tank, and the tip the fill trigger, I am not even kidding, is up here. Is it? Yes. By the way, the controls for this toggle flight no HUD mode is Q and E to go up and down. The tip trigger, the fill trigger for the slurry is actually up here, which yikes. And I can do that. And I think I might actually be stuck up here now, because... Oh no, never mind. So yeah, that's where the slurry lives. Way off up in the sky. I thought it was actually two things, and that... I thought it was two random things that he just taken from the yard and put up there. But no, it's actually the slurry trigger, which makes everything oh so much worse. I'm just trying to get back down to solid ground now, which taking a little time because this isn't the fastest method of transport ever. So here you've got a bit of storage. I'm back on the ground now so I can run. 2 silage bunkers, a bit more storage here. What's happened there? Nothing. Seeds, fertilizer, storage, storage, storage. Lots of storage on this map. Ooh. Shadows don't affect these fill planes at all. Wheat, barley. And over here you've got canola. Corn is apparently not a thing on this map. Here's where all the cows live and they go moo and all that stuff. And I'm up in the air again. Layer flight no HUD mode equals false. So best press Q. I should not go. Oh dear, something's gone wrong. Huh. Something isn't working. There's fuel. I really don't know what to say about this map. It's... Okay, let's... I'll get to the bad things. The things that I don't like, because they really outnumber the things that I think are good. Things that I think are good. Fields are buyable, which is nice. The castle being in the middle of the field, that's actually a nice touch. And, you know, the size of the fields and well, the starting equipment, actually, because I forgot about that. My mouse is acting up for some reason. You get an Agro Star 661, a Bure 6135. My mouse is really acting up. I'm gonna have to look at it after this. New Holland T4, Hurleyman XM130 T4i, I believe. Sampo Rosenloo, of course, and the header, Brantner trailer, Cockerling trio, obligatory Vitus M, 700 kilo weight, 1000 kilo weight, and a 1600 kilo weight. So it's pretty basic vehicles, really. They're all a good size for this size of map. The fields being viable is nice. I don't really like how the majority of fields are grass. I know it's supposed to be a UK style farm because it's obvious from the fact that it's all NI modding buildings. And that's not an insult. I mean, these are the kind of buildings you would see in the UK and Ireland. The issue is it's very, very flat. So flat, in fact, that it really looks like it was made about a week in Giants Editor, and very obvious mistakes were made, like that, and the biomass plant not having a texture. Some of the clutter on the map just seems to have been thrown in with no real plan in mind. Like, these are fine, but why does it somehow form a parking space? And I know I'm hovering, I can't fix that right now. I won't be in the next video. You know, this is nice. I like this kind of, well, not hover reel there, but I like this kind of mess where it actually looks like, you know, the farmer's just thrown a bunch of stuff away. I like this pond. I'm gonna have to test if it's got triggers, or the water trigger. Don't know if this is... I think this may be actually a problem to do with me having toggle flight on. Bear with me. Also, the realistic roll script appears to have broken, which is kind of nice. I am actually going to test it with a tractor. Oh. Okay. So this isn't actual water, it's just the illusion of water. That bridge is nice, but I'd kind of like it to, you know, have water underneath it so that you feel like you have to get this right, and while it's not exactly a massive challenge, as I've just demonstrated, it should feel like a bit of a challenge. The trees don't have collisions either. Where is this mysterious forestry area? Oh, there it is. Don't tell me this... Oh, that does it. Oh, of course. The one thing that I try and drive through and kind of need to does have patience. So this must be the forestry area down over here. The one other thing I like is the textures on this map are quite nice. That real terrain, pre-real terrain style road is also nice. This must be the forestry area, and I think something's gone a bit funky here. These trees look like they've been retextured. Are these definitely giants trees? I'm gonna have to check. Yes, thank you very much, game, for it. They are in fact giants trees. They look... These have been retextured. These are retextured trees. These are semi-custom trees, I'm gonna say. Because... This is definitely... yeah. These are either retextured or completely custom cuttable trees. I like these. This is a nice thing to change. Also, having the hover mode turned on is actually quite convenient. I like the trees, but a lot of the rest of the map leaves a bit to be desired. I like the no, don't crouch, go down. This is what? Wheat? Yes. The cultivated texture, well, the seeded texture, and actually the density of crops on the field leaves a bit to be desired. I think something went wonky in Giant's Editor here, to be honest. Either that or the map isn't... The texture files being used are really this not very dense. Because realistically you'd be looking at it kind of like an angle something similar to this, at which point it looks mostly seated, but looking straight down it is a bit of a mess. And I happen to know giant stuff doesn't look that much of a mess. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here. There's not a whole lot else I can say about this map. It's nice, it's got potential. But again, like so many of the other maps and mods in the mod contest, it just doesn't have any polish. And while contracting Lewis, the maker of this map, I do apologise if you take that as an insult or whatever, but there's so much that really could and should have been done to this map. Number one, it's tiny. It is comically tiny. It's less than a quarter of the map, maybe an eighth or so of the size of the actual maps, the actual map. So, there's a lot of room for expansion. Where is it? That should not be floating. That's completely inexcusable. Where did I leave the... you? Nowhere useful. The biomass heating plant has no texture, which is something you definitely should have picked up in testing. This hedge is floating, which is nice. It really is. You can actually crawl underneath the hedge if I wasn't floating. That was just an illusion. The back of it's floating, of course. Why not? It's a decent map, but it lacks polish, and I don't know. I really don't know. It could be brilliant. It's just not quite there yet. I think is the best way to describe it. I can't. It's not quite there yet. It could do with a lot more work. I'd like to see a water plane in that pond over there. That'd be really nice. I'd like to see some actual collisions on the trees and stuff. That'd be really nice too, because as you can see, I am trying to walk into this and nope, because I still have my player's collisions. Can't jump anymore because I'm hovering. But hey, it's a thing. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.